Hello students. Yes, in the previous session we have seen the Schrödinger time dependent and independent equations separately. Okay, now let's see what is the physical significance of wave function psi and what conditions or properties it has to satisfy to describe the physical system. Okay, fine. Okay, so in this class my aim will be in this lecture 4, so what I'll discuss the physical significance and the properties of wave function. Physical significance and properties of wave function psi. So that appeared in the Schrödinger equation. So we know very well that Schrödinger equation I h cross dou psi by dou t, where it has the position part and time part, that will be is equal to h cap psi. So here Hamilton operator will be is equal to minus h cut square by 2m del square plus v potential energy. Then what is this psi actually? Let me see, what is this psi? What is psi? What is this psi? And of course that we know this is the wave. There is a matter wave that is supposed to describe the physical system. Then what actually it represents? What physical quantity it represents? Will it represent kinetic energy? Will it represent the density? Maybe mass density or charge density? Will it represent the momentum? Will it represent the total energy? What is this wave function finally? The answer is given by Schrödinger itself. The answer for this question is given by the Schrödinger itself. So, according to Schrödinger, the meaning is itself is Schrödinger. So, what Schrödinger says? So he said like the wave function psi will be the amplitude of matter wave. It is a measure of, so this is amplitude of matter wave, amplitude of matter wave at a point in a space. If this is the amplitude of matter wave, then modulus of psi square. Modulus of psi square means complex conjugate multiplied by psi, because psi is a complex number, remember. This will represent the particle density at that particular point. Particle density at that point in space. At that point in space. చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా వినాలి ఇక్కడ మీరు. Psi ఏం రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తున్నాడు? According to Schrödinger, the psi will be the amplitude of matter wave at a point in a space. Then what is that modulus square? That is psi star, complex conjugate of psi. Suppose we know that key complex number z is equal to a plus ib. Then what is the complex conjugate of this z star or z bar? That is replace I with minus I, that is a minus ib. This is the complex conjugate. Z star is the complex conjugate of z. So then that will be the particle density at that particular point. So or otherwise we can say modulus of psi square is a measure of particle density. Is a measure of particle density. So what this means? This means if I multiply modulus of psi square with charge, if I multiply with charge, then this will become the charge density. Then what if it multiply with mass? Modulus of psi square, if I multiply with the mass density. Like this. So according to the Schrodinger, the wave function psi is just like amplitude of the wave at a point in the space. Then modulus of wave function square, that is psi star psi, that represents the particle density at that particular point in space. Okay. Now come to the another scientist, Max Born. So what this another scientist Max Born said? Of course, both of equal. The inner meaning will be finally same. The inner meaning will be same. Whatever this, according to Schrodinger, this is the amplitude. Then modulus of square will be the particle density. Then what he says, according to Max Born, he says modulus of psi square, that is psi star psi is the probability of finding particle in the state psi. That means it is a measure of probability density. It is a measure of probability density. It is a measure of probability density, meaning modulus of psi square gives the probability of finding the particle in the state psi. So meaning it is a measure of finding the particle in the state psi. In the state psi, or you can write in 3-dimension RT. So you can write RT in the state psi. Okay, so that means psi is something like state of the particle. ఇప్పుడు మనము స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ ఏ, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీ గురించి చెప్పండి అంటే ఏం చెప్తారు? నా పేరు ఇది, నా హైట్ ఎంత, నా వెయిట్ ఎంత, మా ఊరిది, అది అంటే మీ స్టేటస్ చెప్తారు. ఇప్పుడు జనరల్గా మనం చాలా వర్డ్స్లో లైక్ వాట్సాప్ స్టేటస్ పెడుతుంటారు, అక్కడ ఏదో మీ ఫీలింగ్స్ కావచ్చు అన్నీ పెడుతుంటారు. సిమిలర్లీ ద స్టేట్ అంటే పార్టికల్ ఏ స్టేట్లో ఉంది అన్నది సై చెప్తుంది. మరి సై స్క్వేర్ ఏం చెప్తుంది? మాడ్యులస్ ఆఫ్ సై స్క్వేర్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ మెజర్మెంట్. So it is a measure of probability of finding the particle. So it is a measure of probability. It is a measure of probability of finding the particle in the state psi. Okay. So Max Born probability density గురించి మాట్లాడతాడు, అదే ష్రోడింగర్ వచ్చేసి amplitude density గురించి మాట్లాడతాడు. But which is more appropriate here ante, it is the measure of probability density. That is more appropriate here. Okay. So మనం జనరల్గా ఒకటి చెప్పచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు what is the total probability for an event? జనరల్గా either 0 or 1. సో టోటల్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ అంటే మీనింగ్ మనం ఏమంటాం? 1 అని అంటాం. సో ఇప్పుడు దీని నుంచి మన మ్యాక్స్ బోర్న్ కాన్సెప్ట్ నుంచి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ కెన్ ఆస్క్ modulus of psi square is the probability density, that is probability per unit volume. Probability density, that is probability per unit volume. Probability per unit volume. Probability per unit volume. సో దీని నుంచి మనము suppose I have taken a volume, let us indicate with the symbol dV for the volume, so that is dx, dy, dz. Then దీని నుంచి మనం the probability of finding the particle in volume dV is given by, of course in the state psi only, is given by, so from that above definition, so that I'll write dP, that is equal to, what can I write, will be modulus of psi square into volume, that is dV. So that dP will be is equal to modulus of psi square into volume dV. So or you can write, so psi star psi dV. Okay, so what is the condition for it? So for the entire volume, for example, if I consider, so there is a sphere, say for example sphere, inside the sphere there is a particle. Suppose inside the sphere there is a particle, maybe sphere of radius r, there is a particle. For the entire volume, then probability must be 1. The sum of the probabilities must be 1. The entire volume. So for the entire volume, the probability must be 1. So that is the probability for the entire volume, that is modulus of psi square with the dV is equal to 1. So this can be written as, for the entire volume, this is the volume integral, that is psi star psi, dV is equal to 1. This is known as the like normalization condition. This is known as normalization condition. It's known as normalization. We should get one. Say for example, if I say here, an electron is moving along x-axis. So this is the problem of 1D. If this is the problem of 1D, the particle will be somewhere in between minus infinity less than x less than infinity. So if I want the probability for a small x, so probability for small width dx, we need to write dP will be is equal to modulus of psi square into dx. What about for the entire x-axis? For the entire length, probability must get 1. That is from x is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, modulus of psi square dx must be 1. Because here we are telling an electron is moving along x-axis. So it must be somewhere in between minus infinity to plus infinity. That's why the total probability we are getting as 1. Okay, so this is the case of normalization, we call it as. The probability of 1 is a normalization condition. So finally, what I have written here, so we are searching for the meaning of what is actually the psi. Then after that we go for the properties. So the physical significance, what is psi? According to Schrodinger, if psi is a measure of amplitude of matter wave at a point in a space, there is a wave, then modulus of psi square is the density. It is a measure of particle density. If it is multiplied with the mass, then mass density. If I multiply with the charge, that is charge density. Then little bit exact form that is given by Schrodinger, that is Max Born. So what Max Born says, that modulus of psi square is a measure of probability density. So the probability of finding the electron at a particular place, the probability of having the momentum this much, the probability having the kinetic energy will be this much, the probability of square of the angular momentum will be this much. That is the probability. So probability density, that is probability per unit volume. That is probability per unit volume. If I want in a volume of dx dy by dz, So then the probability of finding that particle will be modulus of psi square into d. For the entire volume I should get 1. So that's why this is the normalization condition. An example of an electron moving along x-axis. So it is a one-dimensional problem. It must be somewhere from minus infinity to plus infinity. That's all. It's like this. Okay. So this is the meaning of what is psi according to Schrodinger and Max Born. Then what are the conditions or properties? This conditions or properties of wave function must satisfy in order to completely describe the physical system. Properties or conditions of wave function psi. What are the properties it must possess? So here so far we have seen the meaning of psi. The properties or conditions are psi. So remember, psi must describe the physics of a physical system. So completely describe the physical system. It gives the complete information of the physical system. It gives the complete information about the physical system, about the system. So the system means, let's say for example, electron confined in a cube. Then what is its energy? What is its momentum? What is its location at a particular instant? Like that. Let's say for example, in lattice point is vibrating, then what is the vibrational frequency? What is its energy? And all those things will be. That will be like I say that it gives the complete information. Ante aa system gurinchi ఏ information అయినా దేంట్లో ఉండాలి, ఆ వేవ్ ఫంక్షన్ లో ఉండి తీరాలి. సో అది ఉండి తీరాలి కాబట్టి దీని కండిషన్స్ వస్తాయి. The first condition we write will be here. The first condition we write will be here. It must be finite everywhere. It must be finite everywhere. ఇక్కడ లాజికల్ గా ఎవ్రీవేర్ అనే దగ్గర మనం జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండాలి. ఎవ్రీవేర్ అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ డీలింగ్ విత్ ద వన్ డైమెన్షనల్ ప్రాబ్లం, if I am dealing with the one dimension, for example, electron is moving along x-axis. So electron is moving along x-axis. Is moving along x-axis. Then I need to say everywhere means minus infinity to plus infinity. This is the everywhere. The wave function must be a finite value. Say, అంటే దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, నేను ఇలా తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఈ కేసుకి ఐ కెన్ టేక్ psi of x will be is equal to maybe some a is a constant, something like minus e power say for example x square by 2. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, x ప్లేస్ లో ఏమన్నా పెట్టండి, మైనస్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ టు ప్లస్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ, ఐ విల్ గెట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ఏ ఫైనైట్ వాల్యూ. ఐ విల్ నెవర్ గో టు ద ఇన్ఫినిటీస్, ఐ విల్ గెట్ ఓన్లీ ద ఫైనైట్ వాల్యూ. సో దట్స్ వై దిస్ ఇస్ ద యాక్సెప్టబుల్ వేవ్ ఫంక్షన్. This is correct. It must be finite everywhere. This is finite everywhere. Finite everywhere. For example, ఇదే ఎలక్ట్రాన్ కి ఇదే వేవ్ ఫంక్షన్ psi of x will be is equal to some a into e power x square by 2 తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, ఇది ఫైనైట్ కాదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ if I substitute put x tends to infinity, put x is equal to plus infinity, then psi of x will become infinity. So that's why this is not the correct option. This will be the correct option. Okay. So somewhat like this. For example, I have another situation will be, let's say psi of x will be is equal to something like you can say as the 10 divided by x square plus 25. Say for example psi of x will be 10 divided by x square plus 25. So again this will not be the finite everywhere. For example, what happens, say what happens if I take so the put Put x is equal to 5i, where I square is equal to minus 1. Then what will happen? 5 square will be the 25, I square will be the minus 1. I will get 0 here. When I put x is equal to minus 5i, then in both the cases I'll get psi of x will be is equal to, for plus or minus 5i, I'll get it will be of infinity. So that's why this is not the acceptable function. So that means the function must be finite everywhere. So if it is a 3D problem, if one dimensional problem I am taking like this, if it is a 3D problem, suppose if it is a 3D problem, so for example, same electron moving in space. So moving in space means it can go along x-axis, it can go along y-axis, it can go along z-axis, somewhere here, x, y, z. So that means here x will be from x to infinity. So y will be from minus infinity to plus infinity. Z is also from minus infinity to plus infinity. So that means the wave function must be finite everywhere. Another condition. Ardhamainda andarki? What is the meaning of psi will be finite everywhere another? This is the meaning of psi must be finite everywhere. Next, go for the second point. So what is that second point will be? The second point will be psi must be single valued. So the psi must be single valued. So it must be single valued at a point in space. At a point in space. Okay. So ఎందుకు ఇది సింగిల్ వాల్యూ అయి ఉండాలి? Why can't it will be multiple values? Direct? Then according to Max Born or otherwise Schrodinger, what this represent? Probability density. Suppose, for example, at a point psi will have psi of x, say for example x naught, it will have the two values. It will have the two value. So value 1, value 2. Then for the same point x naught, the probability will be 2. So that means how can an electron simultaneously will be at 2 points? ఎందుకని సపోజ్ సై ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ నాట్ అనేది సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అది ఎలక్ట్రాన్ స్టేట్ని రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పొజిషన్ రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది అనుకున్నాం. సో ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పొజిషన్ నేను కనుక్కునేటప్పుడు నాకు 2 వాల్యూస్ వచ్చాయనుకో, హౌ కెన్ అన్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ సైమల్టేనియస్ విల్ బి అట్ 2 స్పేసెస్? ఉండదు కదా, పాసిబుల్ కాదు కదా. సో ద ప్రాబబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ డెన్సిటీ కాంట్ బి 2 values or 3 values for a given point. So the probability will be single, unique. It is one only, single value. It is not like that with 2 values. So that's why then if this is the case, 2 values, then probability also 2 values. Probability is also 2 values. Probability is also 2 values. Probability is also 2 values. So obviously no meaning. So no meaning is wrong. This is completely wrong. So that's why probability can't be 2 values. Okay, fine. So this is the meaning of psi must be single value. The psi must be single value in the sense, suppose for example, so I take that this is the same graph. In the previous case, psi as a function of x is equal to a into e power minus x square by 2. If you plot this graph, if you plot for example x versus psi of x graph, it looks like when e power 0 will be 1, that is the highest value. When x tends to plus infinity, it decays. X tends to minus infinity also, it decays. So anywhere you check, it has only one value. Okay. So for a given x, say it has only one value. It does not have the 2 values. That's why it is finite and single value. It is finite and single value. I hope it is clear. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So now second point is also over. The finite single value. Then third point. What is this third point will be? So the third point will be, it must be continuous. It must be continuous. So another condition, continuous function. The function psi must be continuous. What is the meaning of continuous? Say for example, this function is describing the physics of a particle which is going from, say for example, from this to this. So I call this is somewhere x is equal to 0. Let's say I call it is somewhere x is equal to L. Let's say I call this is x is equal to some 2L, whatever it may be. The particle is moving in this region, x equal to 0 to x is equal to 2L. Suppose if this is giving the information for 0 less than x less than L, and it also giving the information for L less than x less than 2L, that means the function must be continuous here. It is going from this region to this region without any discontinuity. It does not have any discontinuity at x is equal to L. It must be, because finite, single valued, and it has to describe the physics of the particle everywhere. Here everywhere in the sense, in this problem it is 0 less than x less than 2L. So in this region, psi must give the complete information everywhere. If it is, say for example, at x is equal to L, if it will be discontinuous, then left of this I know information, right of this I know information, but I don't know what is at x is equal to L. Then obviously the meaning will be wrong, because psi is giving the complete information everywhere. Okay, so that's why psi must be continuous. So psi is continuous. Even d psi by dx is also continuous. Even d square psi by dx square to be, because d square psi by dx square I supposed to get finite value. If I am getting second derivative is finite, first derivative compulsory continuous, then even the function must be continuous. Because if second derivative becomes infinity, then there is no meaning, because the Schrodinger wave equation is plus 2m by h square into e minus v into psi is equal to 0. Suppose out of these two terms, if this will become, say for example, infinite, then what do you say about this? So it will become meaningless. That means this equation will not describe the physics of the system. So but Schrodinger told us this equation will describe the physics of any system. So that's why the second derivative must be finite. If it is must be finite, the first derivative must be continuous, then psi function is also continuous. It is the same meaning as you say that at the boundary electric field is continuous, displacement vector will be continuous, like this one. Okay? Fine? So I think it is clear. So what is the meaning of, so first I have explained to you the meaning of the wave function psi. So what is psi? Heading will be physical significance properties. What is psi? According to Schrodinger, the importance of psi, that is particle density. But according to Max Born, it is the probability density. But both are of course same. Then we have given the conditions for psi. If psi is giving the complete information about the system, then what are the conditions on it or properties of psi? Generally, it is better to say conditions on psi. So psi must be finite. Psi must be single valued. So psi must be continuous. So that means the wave function psi must be satisfying these properties, psi of RT. So single value, remember, finite, that is foremost will be finite. It must be finite in the domain, single value, continuous. And the foremost important thing is, remember, this is giving the information. So nowadays information is wealthy. So information is wealth. Information about the system. ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అబౌట్ ద సిస్టమ్. సిస్టమ్ అంటే ఏంటి మీనింగ్ ఇక్కడ? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక క్యూబ్లో గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్ యొక్క ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలి అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏం కావాలి? దానికి ఎంత ఎనర్జీ ఉంది, ఎంత వెలాసిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి, అదే కదా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఎవరు ఇస్తారు? ష్రోడింగర్ వేవ్ ఈక్వేషన్లో ఉన్నటువంటి సై ఇస్తుంది. మరి ఆ సై ఏమై ఉండాలి? ఫైనైట్ వాల్యూ అయి ఉండాలి, సింగిల్ వాల్యూ ఉండాలి, కంటిన్యూస్ అయి ఉండాలి. నాట్ నెసెసరీ ఆఫ్ సై, ఈవెన్ ద ఫస్ట్ డెరివేటివ్ మస్ట్ బి కంటిన్యూస్, ఎందుకంటే సెకండ్ డెరివేటివ్ ఫైనైట్ కాబట్టి. Okay, I hope it is clear. So in the next lecture we'll see what is the eigenfunctions and eigenvalues and the postulates of the Schrodinger wave equation. Okay, thank you. I'll stop for this day.